If I was a rich man. Dubba 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 da. So anyhow, this week's scene is 10 questions. I've just got the questions up. I've not looked at them pre-hand. Is from the other four HV members, who would you kiss, shag, marry, and kill? Who would I kiss? Charlie. Yeah, I'd kiss Charlie. Who would I shag? Dan. Who would I marry? Probably Nathan. And who would I kill? Stevie. This sounds really bad. I feel like a right bitch saying I want to kill Sylvia. I'm really sorry. So if you were to live somewhere else, where would it be and why? I would say Manchester. See, if I was to marry Nathan, I could live in Manchester. There you go. So I would say Manchester. Why? Because I'm desperate to get out of London. London's a bit too big of a city for me, and I really want to go to like the next big capital city, which they kind of describe as Manchester as the capital of the north or some shit like that. Number 3 is, what kind of boy are you? Are you a boxer boy, a boxer brief boy, or a brief boy? I'm a boxer brief boy. I kind of like the length that you get from boxer briefs, but they also keep you snug at the same time, if that makes sense. 4. What's the best question you've ever won? I would say it had to be when I worked for when I worked for my local leisure centre as a lifeguard. We had the swim safely duck, and I had to dress up as it. Well, we didn't have to dress up in it. I dressed up in it as a laugh one time, and it was quite funny. It was 5. What are your top 10 played songs on iTunes? Number 10 is "Whip My Hair" by Willa Smith. Number 9 is "Who's That Chick" with David Guetta featuring Rihanna. Number 8 is "Never Stay Never" with Justin Bieber featuring Jaden Smith. And number 7 is "The Saturdays" featuring Flo Rida with Higher. Number 6 is "Yeah" ×3, the explicit version by Chris Brown. Number 5 is "Who's My Bitch" by the Paradiso Girls. Number 4 is "Do It Like a Dude, Do It Like a Brother, Do It Like the Man, Hey, Jessie J." Number 3 is "Eyes Wide Shout, No Shout Out" with JLS featuring Tiny Temper. Number 2 is "What's My Name" with Rihanna featuring Drake. And number 1 is "Agro Santos" featuring Kimberly White with Candy. Number 6 is "Describe Yourself in 3 words." Funny, because I'm always making jokes and I'm always laughing, and I just funny. Extravagant. Everything about me has to be big. It has to be bold. Nothing has to be small about me, because if it's small, it's shit. And my 3rd word, I would say, is unaware. I say a lot of things that I just don't mean to say, and it's just a bit weird. Okay. Number 7 is, what's your best chat up line? My best chat up line has to be when I went out one time, I met a guy in a club and I was steaming drunk. I was actually, as I would put it, slizzard. And I remember talking to this guy, and I was just like, blah blah. I don't know how it transpired, but I was just like, oh, I really think you're hot. I really think you're hot, and I've noticed you've been checking me out. How about me and you swap numbers? I probably won't remember your name or that I've taken your number in the morning because I'm that drunk. But I say, let's do it and see what happens. He gave me his number. It was completely random, and my friend told me about it the next morning, and he said that was fucking legendary. So that, I'd say, it was my best chat up line. What is your earliest childhood memory? My earliest childhood memory, would be making my cousin trot. I remember being about 4, and my mum bought me a Connect 4 set for Christmas, and because I was really intellectual, and I could, obviously, if you couldn't grasp the age of the concept of Connect 4 by the time of 4, then obviously you're a bit retarded. But anyhow, I got Connect 4 when I was 4, and I used to play my cousin all the time, and I literally used to whitewash her, and it got to the point where I actually started to make her cry every time I beat her, which kind of made me feel satisfied about myself. Okay. Number 9 is what gay stereotype do you conform to, and if any? I would say, my personal opinion, I would say I'm probably about 75% straight acting. I'm more of the cool, casual kind of gay stereotype. Like, I accept the fact that I'm gay, but I'm not overly camp, and I don't do things that make people feel. I don't know. Is that? Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, I'm not that kind of gay stereotype. I'm not camp, and I'm not straight acting. I'm very much in between. I can be camp when I want, because I do like to strut, but then people do call me Miss J. Alexander, so obviously I have to live up to the expectations. I have to live up to the expectations, but then I am very straight acting and very masculine about how I go about things. Okay, and number 10, if you were Aladdin, what would your 3 wishes be? I know by the rules of genies that you can't wish for someone to fall in love with you, so that's out of the question. And I know that you have to be very careful what you wish for, so I'm going to say one of my wish would be to end world famine and stuff like that, but then there could be an outcome that may affect the rest of the world, so I'm not too sure about that. My second wish would be for me to get rid of my dyslexia. It really annoys me, and when I'm coming to like write essays and stuff like that, it creates a massive barrier for me to actually start doing stuff. My third wish would be just for everyone just to be happy all the time, and there wasn't so much misery in the world. My 10 questions. Thanks for tuning in, and we're all back, which is absolutely awesome. And actually, bye.